Jai Shri Ram. Till now we read Rama first kills demoness Tatka and later he kills Subahu and other Rakshasas. With this, he restores the sanctity of Siddhashram so that rishis can safely perform yajna and other rituals. King Janak is performing a grand yajna in Mithila. Rishis of Siddhashram are going to attend the ceremony. They also tell Ram about the yajna and majestic Shiv Dhanush which is placed in the palace of Mithila. Rama, who himself is a great archer, he gets interested to see this divine Shiv Dhanush and joins the sages on their way to Mithila. And Valmiki Ramayan continues. Om Gan Ganpate Namaha. Om Han Hanumate Namaha. Srimad Valmiki Ramayan Bal Kand, Canto 32. On their way to Mithila, Muni Vishwamitra, Ram, Lakshman and all other sages halt in a forest near Shon river. Curious Ram inquires about the forest, to which Muni Vishwamitra narrates the legend of his ancestor and Mahatapasvi Kush. Once, there was a highly righteous and great ascetic king named Kush. He was the brainchild of Brahmadev. He was intellectual and observer of dharma and would respect the righteousness and virtues. The great-souled Kush married the princess of Vidarbha. The princess was born in a noble family and was an eligible match for him. With his wife, King Kush begets 4 mighty sons. These sons mirrored his virtuous qualities and were named Kusham, Kushnab, Asurtarajas, and Vasu. Hoping his son would embody the values of Kshatriya Dharma and protect the people, Raja Kush advises his highly energetic, brilliant, virtuous, and truthful sons, "My boys, always govern with righteousness and protect the people. Thereby, you will acquire immense merit." The highly formidable and noble sons of Kush follow their father's advice and laid foundation of 4 cities. Ram, the highly resplendent Kusham, built the city of Kaushambi. Virtuous Kushnab built the city named Mahoday. Asurtarajas built the city of Dharma Aranya, and King Vasu built the city called Girivraj. Ram, the land where we are now, belongs to magnanimous King Vasu. This is surrounded by 5 prominent mountains. This beautiful and celebrated river enters and exits the Magad province and hence is popularly called as Magadi. It flows amid the 5 mountains and spread its charm like a garland. Ram, this worthy river flows towards east, enriching the farmlands along its path. Surrounded by fertile crops on both the sides, it gives an impression of a beautiful garland. The story of Magadi river is connected to great King Vasu. Raghunandan, the virtuous Rajrishi Kushnab, and Apsara Gritachi gave birth to 100 beautiful daughters. When the daughters matured, they used to visit royal gardens. When those well-adorned, beautiful young princesses used to move around in the orchard, they looked like monsoon lightning with 100 streaks. These young princesses were pretty, and their beauty and looks were unparalleled on this earth. Once, when these maiden princesses visited the garden, decorated with finest ornaments, they were singing, dancing, playing on instruments in great delight. Joyfully moving all around in thick garden bushes, They were shining like stars amidst the clouds. Seeing these elegant princesses embellished with all the virtues, youth, and beauty, the all-pervading Vayudev proposed them with following words: I wish to marry all of you and take you all as my beloved wives. Give up the thought of being a mortal human being and marry me. This way, you will acquire longevity like divine entities. Youth is temporary, always fleeting. But once you marry me, you will achieve everlasting youth and immortality. Vayudev, whose movements are ever unobstructed, hearing these words of such celebrated wind god, the 100 girls laughed off his proposal and rejected the offer, saying, You are one of the best amongst devatas. As a life breath, you move inside all living beings. We are aware of your power, glory, and importance. Then, why are you insulting us by making such inappropriate offer? Hey Dev, the best amongst divinity, we are the daughters of Kushnab. We ourselves are capable of bringing you down from your exalted position, but we are restraining ourselves only to conserve our ascetic glory. Our truthful and virtuous father will choose the right grooms for us. O evil-minded Vayu, that time will never come when we will look out for grooms independently, disregarding our father's choice. For us, our father is our Devata, the Supreme Lord. Whoever our father decides to give us away, only he will be our husband. His choice is final. Hearing the words of those maidens, the most powerful and venerable wind god became furious. Angry at their rejection, he entered all the limbs of their bodies, twisted and distorted them. With their bodies disfigured and shattered by the wind god, all the daughters returned to the royal palace. With teary eyes, they entered the palace chamber of king. They were feeling embarrassed and agitated. When the king saw his extremely beautiful beloved daughters distressed and shattered, he gets deeply troubled. Perplexed to see his daughters in such a state, he questions them. Who? What has happened to you all? Who did this? Who dishonored the virtue? Who disfigured you? Who made you hunchbacked? Oh, my daughters, tell me everything. Right now, why are you quiet? Why are you all making gestures and do not utter a word? Say something. The king let out a deep sigh and composed himself in order to hear the reply. Before the maidens could say something, here ends the 32nd canto in the Balkand of Srimad Ramayana, the first and oldest epic by Rishi Valmiki. In this canto, Vishwamitra recounts the lesser known story of King Kush, his sons, and 100 granddaughters who were cursed by Vayudev. King Kush is the ancestor of Muni Vishwamitra. Hence, Muni Vishwamitra is also referred as Kaushik in Valmiki Ramayana. The story goes that King Kush is blessed with 4 sons: Kusham, Kushnab, Asurtarajas, and Vasu. They all build their respective cities and govern them righteously. Kushnab begets 100 beautiful daughters, and when the girls come of age, one day Vayudev notices them and longs to marry all of them. Since Every single one of them is extremely beautiful. Vayudev proposes all 100 sisters at once. The girls get offended and reject his proposal. Angered by their refusal, Vayudev disfigures all the girls and make them hunchbacks. Will these girls be able to escape the curse? Will they marry Vayudev, or are they destined to live with this curse for the rest of their lives? Let's find out next week. Till then, stay blessed, stay tuned, like, share, subscribe, and do comment. Jai Siya Ram. Har Har Mahadev.